Well, hello everyone. Good morning from the eastern seaboard, I guess, east coast of North America. I'm here in Barrie, about an hour north of Toronto. Just last video of the year for 2024. Wow, did this year go by really fast. I thought I would wrap up the year by doing a really quick review of two books. Well, sorry, apologies. It's four books. One is a trilogy that I bought that's all together, and the other is a single book. And these books are written by someone who is quickly becoming one of my favorite authors, and that is the esteemed Guy Gavriel Kay, iconic Canadian author. So the more I read of Guy Gavriel Kay, the more I am completely enamored with his writing. It is just the beauty of his writing. Everything he writes is so deep and profound. The prose is so evocative. I'm just transported, and I really am convinced that this is one of those writers that I'm going to essentially love everything that they write. So one of my resolutions over the next few years is to read as much of Guy Gavriel Kay as I can. I've only read a little bit by him so far. However, everything I read wows me. So, and based on that fact, the fact that everything that I read wows me by this author, sorry. Um, I mean, it's clear that his talent is transcendent, and as I said, I really need to read more and more and more of him. So, because when I read his books, they take me to another place, simply put, and I can't get enough of reading his books, and I keep wanting more. So, in any case, quick review of these books. Essentially, it's four books all together. I bought this all together, the entire trilogy, the entire tapestry here. So, and it's a beautiful edition, beautiful artwork. And coincidentally, and I believe it is in the credits, I'm just going to double check that this artwork, and the artwork may look familiar on the front cover. And I believe the esteemed Jenny Wirtz had a hand in this artwork. It is simply stunning. So, and I'm looking for the. Oh, actually, I apologize. Illustration was done by Ted Naismith. Cover design by Alan Jones. It is reminiscent of Jenny Wirtz. I believe that on a different edition, she had a hand in the artwork for this trilogy. This is simply phenomenal. So, it's comprised of three books: The Summer Tree, The Wandering Fire, and The Darkest Road. I'm seeing someone show up in the chat here. Oh, hey, Zero Zaku One. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, you just started. That's fantastic. Wow, was I blown away. This series was, this is actually Guy Gavriel Kay's first foray into writing fantasy. And what he does here is he does tropes done really well, inverted, flipped on their head. I know that's often said, and takes it down a path that is very dark. I mean, if you're thinking of Tolkien, this is essentially his Lord of the Rings, and there are a lot of similarities to Tolkien here. However, he does do some really inventive things. And when I say tropes done well, you're going to see all the regular cast of characters that you expect in an epic high fantasy novel. You know, you have the scheming, plotting advisors, the aging king who's this former great warrior. You have the roguish prince. You have all these characters that you expect it to show up, and they do. But then when they show up, let's just say that their characterizations are different than you might expect. as you get into the characters themselves. So what I loved about this series too is that it's a portal type fantasy. Think of Chronicles of Narnia, where you have people in our world in contemporary times transported into an alternate world, an alternate universe. And what I loved about it is, of course, Guy Gavriel Kay is Canadian, and it is set. The story starts out in Toronto, and in and around the University of Toronto downtown campus, which I'm familiar with. I didn't go to U of T. I went to York University, which is another university in the Toronto area, where my daughter did attend U of T, and I'd spent a lot of time also studying in and around that area when I was in university, going to the U of T library, and of course at a library at my university. So it was just very nostalgic for me, and some of the buildings that were described. As I said, I spent a lot of time there. So that was just a real nostalgic and just quaint part of the book for me. And Zero Zaku notes, the Prince of the Old Sorcerer, Lady of My Fave so far. Yeah. I think you're going to really enjoy just both of them. Watch the Prince's character, an incredible arc there. Mm-hmm. So Portal Fantasy, these five young people get transported into this world, and they're sucked into this, battle of good and evil, essentially. And that's really simplifying it, oversimplifying it. But again, this was just the beauty of the writing was just absolutely incredible. I mean, there's so many elements that stand out here, and I don't want to give away too much of the plot. I really want to encourage you to read it for yourself. But one element that I found really fascinating is that there's this tree. It's a magical tree, and in order to obtain the god's favor, in almost a Christ-like fashion, you have to sacrifice yourself on this tree. And I thought that was really an interesting element of the novel. But as I said, this is going to be a really brief review, but this was phenomenal. Again, the writing, wow. What can I say about his storytelling? It's masterclass. And I think, the emotional depth, the emotional depth of this series is off the charts. There were moments that actually brought me to tears, especially in the final book. There's also a very thrilling element, I have to say, thread through this of Arthurian legend that I really enjoyed. And again, I don't want to spoil it, but you need to read this for yourself. Again, it's Kay's first writing, so and despite the fact that I think he's an iconic writer, and he's just incredible. I mean, for some people, they may see some for first book issues because, again, this is the first thing you wrote. I'd say, wow, what success for a first type book. So, and again, this is a trilogy. The first book is The Summer Tree. So, again, just miraculous. I would definitely check out the FIONAVAR Tapestry if you're looking for something akin to the Lord of the Rings, that type of really high epic fantasy series that's really compelling, very dark, very compelling. And as I said, in terms of darkness, I will quickly mention that with the themes, there is kind of triggering like sexual assault, things like that. However, everything's really well done, and it is just fantastic. So the second review I quickly have here is Sailing to Sarantium. This is part of the SARANTIUM Mosaic, the first book, the duology, I believe, by Kay. What I love about this book is it's clearly the title paying homage to Sailing to Byzantium, the poem by the famous Yeats, and it's the setting is everything that I've read outside of FIONAVAR Tapestry by Kay so far. It's all real world inspired by specific historical periods. In this case, he's trying to capture the glory of Constantinople, essentially Byzantium, or Istanbul, which is now Istanbul, clearly the capital of Turkey. So there, in this book, the plot centers around an artisan. He decides to take on this mission under an assumed identity of his friend, and going to this Sarantium, this iconic city, this opulent, decadent, mega capital, and he's on a secret mission. He's commissioned to work by the emperor and empress of this great city. And that's all I'm going to give away of the plot. But again, this is simply phenomenal. The writing, as usual, per Guy Gavriel Kay, is lush. It has some incredible moments of spiritual awakening and experiences. It has, it's poetic. At times it's just wow. Like I said, I just can't get enough of Kay's writing. I really, really enjoyed the political scheming, and some of the other aspects. Like the chariot racing, and again, this is a book that like many of Kay's books, you will find yourself completely immersed in the world, and you will see the familiar threads, because again, it's analogous to our real world and certain specific historical periods of our real world. I think if that's your bag, you're really, 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 really going to enjoy this one. I plan to read the second part of the duology, which I believe is Lord of Emperors, and everything again that Kay writes. I plan to fit into my reading at some point over the next few years. So, again, just to kind of summation here about Kay and what I've read so far. If you like the fabulous prose, the lyrical prose that will just suck you in, and you'll just keep rereading passages because they're so beautiful, and great storytelling, detailed world building, but with that organic world building touch, and incredible characterization. I think that's probably the next strength that stands out for me with Kay after his prose, is the absolutely incredible characterization. So again, check out Sailing to Sarantium. Check out the FIONAVAR Tapestry, this trilogy, Kay's first writing. And again, this is an author that, and check out reviews from people such as Joanna Reeds about Kay. She appears to be a big fan, and I can see why clearly, and Joanna has fantastic taste. So, Guy Gavriel Kay is definitely an author that I plan to be reading a lot more of. So that is it for me. Just winding down the year here, 2024, almost at the conclusion. Hopefully I'll get some more reviews in the new year, 2025. You're also going to see, naturally, a lot of 6 Elemental interviews on my channel. I have a jam-packed lineup coming up next week. Check that out, with authors such as Adam Bishop, Philip Chase, and the awesome Dirk Ashton. So that's coming up this weekend. Again, 2025, you'll see me on page viewing with my wonderful colleague named Between the Pages, Taylor. Check out her channel. And again, we'll hope to get some more reviews in on YouTube, lots of interviews with fabulous creatives. And so it promises to be an amazing year. And that year will hopefully be also filled with a lot more Guy Gavriel Kay books. So thanks, Zero Zaku 1, for stopping by. Awesome to see you. I appreciate it. This is just one of those spontaneous videos I just thought I'd go live and put up. But thanks to anyone who stops by. And in this case, big thank you to Zero Zaku 1, a fantastic person that supported the channel. Just for everyone who is everyone out there, happiest of New Year's. All the best for a safe and prosperous 2025, filled with lots of incredible reads. And for me in 2025, of course, last thing here is that A Pack of Wolves Book 5 in the Drowned Kingdom saga will be coming out in the spring of 2025. So, and Zero Zaku 1, just to and off. Thank you so much. He says, can't wait to read it. Thank you so much, Zero Zaku, for stopping by. And you please have a fantastic holiday and a great new year. So, all right, everyone, signing off from now, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.